very much for joining me. Let's start with those big toes together and the heels slightly apart. Bringing the hands down by the sides. We're going to inhale, activate those glutes, lift the chest, hands coming above the head. Exhale, bringing those hands down by the sides. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. From there, we're going to place our hands onto our shoulders, tuck the tailbone under, and just circle. One way, then the other. Bringing those elbows out wide, fingers to the front. Roll the shoulders back, pull the abdominal wall back. Tailbone tucks, keep your hip bones facing me. Inhale to that left, exhale to the right. So it's just this upper body moving. We breathe in, we breathe out. One more either side. Back to that center, circling those shoulders. One way, then the other. From there, we just release those arms, wiggle those fingers, those wrists. Bringing those hands up, elbows in line with the chest. Inhale, lift that chest open, spread those hands. Exhale, release. Breathe in, lift the chest, pinch those shoulder blades. Exhale, release. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. From there, bringing the hands back down to the sides. We're going to exhale and we're going to come down to that right. Think of a pane of glass in front of you and behind, so we can only move laterally, stretching out the sides of the body. Exhale to come down. Inhale to rise. This time as you exhale to that right, just let that right arm hang. Roll back the left shoulder. Tuck the tailbone under, bring the fingertips to the temples. We can stay here, or as we breathe in, we can stretch that arm across. Maybe looking towards the armpits. Exhale to go a little deeper. 2 deep breaths. Inhale to rise up, and then exhale to the other side. Keep that tailbone tucked, release this left arm, roll back the right shoulder, lift up out of the sternum, fingertips to the temples. Inhale, stretch, reach. Exhale, a little deeper. Again, maybe looking towards the armpit or straight in front. Breathe, fill up. Exhale. One more deep breath here. Inhale to bring those hands together. Kaspana Mudra. Link the index fingers, soften the shoulders. Inhale up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, coming down, spreading those toes, placing them back down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back into the heels. Lift the balls of the feet, spread those toes. One more. Breathe in, push up. Exhale, come on down, lift those toes. Place them back down. Even weight as we bring those hands in line with the heart space. Push those hands away. Tucking the chin in, checking out those toes. Lift them, spread them, place them down individually, creating a little space. Inhale to rise up with the head. Bringing those hands behind, pinch those shoulder blades, lift the chest, tailbone tucked. Breathe in to fill. Exhale, bringing those hands down to the sides, back to our mountain. Flexion and extension of the spine now. As we exhale, we're drawing our abdominal wall back. We're not trying to touch our toes, we're rounding our back, creating space. Chin tucks in, crown of the head goes down towards the floor. We bring ourselves back up to a neutral. Inhale, activate the glutes, stretching out the front of the body, extending shoulder blades, come in, chest lifts. Try and lengthen through the neck rather than throw it back. From there, come back to the center. Exhale, flexing the back, creating space, chin tucks in. Let this flow with your breath. Come back to a neutral. Inhale to extend, open up the front of the body. Back to that neutral. Exhale, flexing the back, shoulders wide, chin tucks in. Coming up for that extension. Inhale, activate those glutes, lift the heart space, pinch those shoulder blades in. Then support the back of the spine, either with your thumbs or your hands on your glutes. Really pinch those shoulder blades in. 2 deep breaths here. Again, we don't need to throw the neck back. All we want to do is lift these collarbones. Give that chest a good stretch. Breathe in to fill. Exhale a little deeper. Inhale to rise back up. From there, we're going to bring our hands to our knees. As we start to squat down, tuck that tailbone under, lift the chest, and then just circle. Keep the balls and the heels of the feet down on the ground. We're going to have our drishti point, which in yoga is a point to focus on, looking straight in front. We're changing direction with our knees, anchoring those feet down. And then from there, we're just coming to that center, lifting that chest up, and then just taking those knees gently from side to side. Keep those inner thighs in, squeezing towards each other. Back to that center. Inhale to raise up, bringing those arms up. If the shoulders are tight, you can take those arms a little wider, spread those hands. From here, we're going to breathe in, fill up. And then we're going to exhale, diving down. So our abdominal wall's going to the thighs, the hands are coming up and behind us, chin tucks in. From here, we're going to inhale, raising back up into the awkward chair pose. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale to rise. The last one, exhale, coming down. Arms come up, reaching towards the ceiling. Inhale, bringing ourselves back to that awkward chair, taking those arms wide. Exhale, sink a little deeper into the pose. Then inhale to rise up through those feet. Exhale, hands onto those hips and taking your feet hip width apart. Wider than hip width, mat width apart. So find the edges of your mat, have the edges of the feet there. Just show you from the front. And then we're going to circle these hips. The chest stays open. And we're just loosening up, creating space, changing direction. Back to the center and just pushing these hip bones out, side to side. From there, tucking that tailbone under, hugging the core into the body. Breathe in, raise up with those arms. Exhale, glide to the right. Dropping that right hand down to the right leg. Inhale, lifting that left arm up. As we exhale, maybe bringing that left arm across. Again, focus on the armpit. Breathe in, fill up. Exhale. One last deep breath in. Inhale to rise up. Gather, soften those shoulder blades, lengthen through the spine. This time we're going to exhale and glide to the left. Anchoring that left hand down onto the left leg, reaching up with that right, palm facing towards us. Breathe in, fill. Exhale, bringing that arm across, looking towards the armpit, keep the chest open. Breathe into the body. Last big deep breath here. Inhale to rise up. Lengthen through those arms. And now some easy twists. Just wrapping those arms around the waist, letting the knees soften, wrists. But keep looking straight in front, keep the heart space open. And then from there, back to the center. interlock those fingers. Inhale, breathe in, reach up. Supporting the back of the head, shin tucks in, tailbone tucks in. Inhale as we go to that left. Exhale to the right. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep those hip bones facing forward. Just moving from this thoracic area, the waist. Try and keep those elbows back and that back of that neck long. Chin can slightly tuck in. 2 more. From there, we're coming back to the center. As we inhale, pelvic tilts now, we're going to squeeze those glutes, softening those knees. As we exhale, we're going to release that tailbone, pulling it away, but hugging that core in for additional support. Breathe in, squeeze those glutes. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. From there, coming back to the center, releasing, and those easy twists. From there, we're going to bring our feet back together. Before we start with the flow, we'll just do a little balance, good old tree. Shifting that weight to the right foot, we'll bring up the left. Circling in the ankle, one way. Then the other. Then flexing that ankle. Drishti point, focusing straight in front. From there, we're going to take hold of the ankle, place it on to that thigh. If this is a little challenging, we can go lower leg, not the knee joint, or you can just have that heel on that inner ankle. We're trying to rotate this hip out. So wherever feels more stable for you. Then from there, we're going to bring these arms out, relax the shoulders and circle the wrists, wiggling those fingers. One way, then the other. Then a bit of squeezing and releasing in these hands. From there, bringing those hands together into prayer. Push the heels of the hands in, open the heart space. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, taking those hands out wide. Inhale, bringing them back. Exhale, anchoring down. One more. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Bringing those hands down and releasing that left leg. Just walking it out a little, maybe shaking out those feet. And now, of course, shifting sides. So the weight goes to that right foot. Even weight, bringing up. Sorry, the weight goes to the left foot, bringing up that right foot. Circling in the ankle. Changing direction. And then flexing that foot. Spread those toes maybe a little. And then once again, we're going to choose our preferred position. It could be just outside on that lower leg or a little higher up. Anchor that foot into the thigh. From there, inhale, bringing those arms out, palms face up. Exhale, palms face down. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Bring our hands together into prayer. Squeezing the heels of the hands in, focus drishti point, looking in front. Then we're going to interlock, breathe in, reach up, Kaspana Mudra, index fingers join at the top. Couple of deep breaths here. exhale slowly to bring those hands back to the heart space. Releasing the leg. Walk it out, shake it out. Okay, lovely. Let's start with a bit of flow. We'll do our warm up first. Get the back legs warmed up. And then I'll change my position so we can do some sun salutations, aiming for 12. So those big toes together again, heels slightly apart. Arms down by the side, mountain pose, tailbone tucked, hugging the core, lifting the collarbone, slightly tucking our chin in. Relaxing those shoulders. Breathe in, raise up, lift that heart space. Looking towards the heels of the hands. Exhale, back to our mountain. Breathe in, raise up. Hands together into prayer, looking straight in front. Exhale, weighting the heels of the feet. Inhale to rise. Lifting that chest. Exhale, coming forward. Abdominal wall to the thighs, chin tucks in, crown of the head to the floor. From here, we keep the legs static. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen through that spine. Pinch the shoulder blades in. Crown of the head coming forward. Exhale, pulling the core back. Chin tucks, crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale, second half lift. Squeeze the glutes, hug the core. Pinch the shoulder blades in and lengthen. Think of your spine like a table. Exhale, coming back in. Cover up those ears with the upper arms. Take hold of those elbows. Breathe in to rise up. Exhale, coming back down. Breathe in. Activate those glutes. Exhale, back to our mountain. Breathe in. Neutralize. Exhale, squatting down. Inhale to rise up. Activating those glutes, lifting the heart space. Exhale. I allow my knees to soften so my abdominal wall can rest on my thighs. Tailbone reaches up, chin tucks in. Release to get here. Keep those legs static. Inhale, squeeze the buttocks. Really hug the core, pinch the shoulder blades and lengthen the back. Hands can stay on the floor, shins or above those knees. Exhale, coming back into the fold. Crown of the head to the floor. Inhale, second half lift. Exhale, coming down, cover those ears. Breathe in to raise up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Hands together. Exhale, come on down. Inhale to rise. Lift that heart space. Exhale, come on down. Abdominal wall to the thighs, chin tucks in. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, back into our fold. Pull that core back. Inhale, hug that core, wrapping your waist with those abdominals. Exhale, coming back, chin tucks in, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cover those ears. You may prefer to take arms out wide. Whichever you do, pull up that core and inhale to breathe in. Exhale. Shorter form. Breathe in. Hands together. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Chest opens. Exhale, fall. Completely full. Tailbone reaches up, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale, one half lift. Lengthen that back. Remember, hands can be on floor, shins or above the knees. Feel the spine lengthening beyond your mat. Exhale, back into the fold. Cover those ears or arms out wide. Breathe in, raise up. Exhale. Breathe. Neutralize. Exhale. Breathe. Exhale. Breathe. Exhale. Breathing in, rising up. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. When we rise up, we breathe in. When we descend, we exhale. pulling the core back. Rise, inhale, lengthen that spine. Don't lift it up, lengthen it long. Exhale, back. Chin tucks, cover those ears. Breathe in to rise. Exhale. Lovely. Just circle those shoulders, hopefully feeling a little warmer now. We're going to do our sun salutation. So we'll come to the front of our mat. Big toes together. Mountain pose. Tailbone tucks, core pulled. Chin slightly tucked in. Even weight on the balls and the heels of those feet. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale, come on down. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Chin tucks, crown of the head to the floor. Keep those legs static. Inhale, lengthen our back. Pinch those shoulder blades in. Exhale, stepping back into our plank. As we step back, we've got to lower those hips. Tuck the tailbone under. Chest between those hands. Now we can stay in full plank or we can drop knees. If we drop the knees, we still tuck that tailbone under, pull the core back, same as in full plank. Creases of the elbows to the front, chin, chest comes down first, then those hips. Anchor the forehead down, hands by the rib cage. Inhale to your up dog, lift that chest. Try and keep those elbows close to the body. Then we're going to exhale, pushing back into our down dog. Chest comes down, tuck those toes under, exhale, push back. As we come back into the down dog, lift that tailbone. Encourage the chest to lower to the ground and the head to be between those upper arms. Breathe in, step forward. Bring the other foot to join. Remember, if it's a shorter step, we can bring the foot back to join. Wherever we are, we stay focused looking at our feet, and then we surrender into our forward fold once the feet are together. Inhale to a half lift, lengthen through this back. Exhale, coming back into our fold, either covering those ears or if you prefer, arms out wide. Breathe in, raise up. Exhale, coming back. Breathe. Exhale, coming down. Abdominal wall to the thighs, hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through that back. Exhale, stepping back, aligning, full plank, chest between those shoulders. So we take that inhale breath to gather, tailbone tuck, core pull back, and then we exhale to our chaturanga. Coming down, chin chest first, ideally then hips, forehead in. Inhale to up dog. Keep those elbows in tight, lift that chest, squeeze those glutes. Exhale, tuck those toes under, pushing back into down dog. Tailbone goes up, rising. To help us step forward a little more, if we round into those shoulders, we can inhale, bring the foot with us, brings it forward that bit more. Bring those feet together. Gather, keep looking down towards the toes. Exhale, surrender, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, coming back, cover those ears. Breathe in, rise up. Exhale. 10 more. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, stepping back into the plank. Inhale to align, choice of knees down or full plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, up dog. Every inhale brings us up. Exhale, down dog. Tailbone up. Roll those armpits in towards each other. Inhale, maybe bring those shoulders forward up on the toes. Step. Bring those feet together. Surrender into a fold as you exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, coming down, cover those ears. Breathe in to rise. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we start to flow with our breath here. Inhale. Exhales are stepping back into the plank. Aligning with an inhale. Tailbone tucked Abdominal wall, pull back, creases of the elbows to the front, chin, chest down. Inhale, big deep breath, lift the heart space, pinch those shoulder blades in towards each other. Exhale, tailbone rises up. Another option to help bring you forward is lift the leg, flex the knee, so we open the hip and swing forward, bringing the other foot to join. Gather into our forward fold. Inhale, our half lift, lengthen. Exhale, either covering up those ears, holding on to opposite elbows or arms out wide. Inhale. Exhale. 8 down, starting to get a bit warmer now, so Mr. Badger's going to have to come off. 8 more to go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Forward fold. When you're ready, inhale your half lift. Lengthen. Long spine. Exhale, step back. Align as you inhale, tailbone tucked. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale the up dog. Squeeze those glutes, elbows in, spread those hands. Exhale, push that chest back, tailbone tucked. Feet about hip width apart. Really lifting and working the front of that pelvic floor. Inhale to step it forward, bringing that other foot to join. Looking at those toes and then surrendering into your forward fold. Chin tucks, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, cover those ears. Breathe in to rise up. Breathe. Upward salute. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank. Inhale to align, strengthen, choose full or knees down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to step, feet to join, stay looking at those toes. Give yourself time. Exhale, chin tucks in. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through. Exhale, cover those ears. Breathe in to rise. Halfway, 6 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, coming back into our plank. Gathering, inhale, tuck the tailbone under, hug the core. Chest between those hands. Exhale, chin, chest down. Inhale, up dog. Pinch those shoulder blades in, squeeze those glutes. Exhale, down dog. Now if you have a small step when you inhale and it only comes a short way, bring the other foot to join, walk the hands back. Exhale, surrender into your fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, coming back. Cover those ears and breathe in. Exhale. Then you would just come back to the front of your mat. So there's always an option. Breathe in, fill up. Exhale, come on down. Chin tucks in, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale, lengthen through that back. Exhale, stepping back into our plank, bringing that heart space between the hands. Exhale, chin, chest down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, push back into down dog. Inhale, raising, stepping forward, bringing the other foot to join. Surrender into the fold. Inhale to rise up. Exhale. 4 more. Breathe. Upward salute. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, stepping back one leg, then the other. Inhale to align, strengthen. Exhale, coming down. Gather. Forehead down, squeeze the buttocks. Inhale, up dog. Lift that chest, pinch the shoulder blades. Exhale, pushing back into the down dog. tailbone up towards the ceiling. Inhale, stepping forward. Remember, we can come up onto the balls of the feet, round the shoulders to help bring those feet a little closer. Lengthen through that back. Exhale, coming back, cover those ears. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, stepping back. Inhale to align. Activate the core. Encourage the shoulder blades to pinch in. Chin, chest. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale. Down dog. Inhale. Bringing those feet back to a forward fold. Exhaling to inhale to exhale. Forward fold, cover those ears. Breathe in to rise up. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow with this last one. Chin tucking in. Inhale, lengthen through that spine. Exhale, coming back. Stepping into our plank. Alignment. Inhale, tailbone tucks, core hugs. Exhale, chin, chest down. Hands in close, legs can come closer. Breathe into the up dog. Exhale, pushing back into our down dog. Tailbone up, core pulling back. Inhale, step in, bringing the other foot to join. Surrender. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale. Breathe in to rise. Exhale, back to the center. Brilliant. Just rolling those shoulders one way, then the other. Then from there, we're coming back to the front of our mat. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, coming down. Heart space leading. Abdominal wall to the thighs, chin tucks in. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through that mat. Exhale, stepping our right leg back. As we step the right leg back, we're going to drop that knee. Inhale into our low dragon. So fingertips in line with those toes. Loading. And then from there, we're going to inhale, rise up into our high dragon. We can bring these hands onto the thighs, lift the chest, draw those inner thighs in towards each other. We're then just going to exhale back into the low dragon, hands down, chin can flex in. Breathe in, raise up to the high dragon. Lift that chest. One more, exhaling, dropping down into low dragon, low lunge. Inhale, coming up, high lunge. From there, this time as we exhale, bringing those hands either side, we're going to step our left leg back to join the right. Gathering in our plank, remember we've got the knees down option. Activate that core and exhale to dip down. Inhale to rise up into up dog. Exhale to rise into down dog. Inhale, we bring our right leg up into the air, nice and high. Bend that knee and then maybe take that hip out and over the left hip, giving you more space to swing it forward. Now, dropping that back knee. Remember, if we've got a short step, if we bring the hips back, we can then step the leg forward. Bringing those fingertips in line with those toes. Ready to exhale into our low lunge. Allow that spine to flex a little, chin tucks in. Then we're going to inhale, come up into our high lunge. Activate those glutes, lift the chest. Exhale, coming back into the low lunge. Inhale to rise up into a high lunge. Keep drawing those inner thighs in towards each other. Exhaling, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge. One more here. Exhaling, chin can tuck, shoulders out and wide. Inhale, rising up. Squeezing the glutes, pinching those shoulder blades. This time as we exhale back into our low lunge, hands either side, push up on the ball of that left foot, bring the right leg back to a plank. Inhale to strengthen into our plank, full or knees down, tailbone tucked, core wrapped around, and exhale to dip down. Inhale this time into a cobra, lifting the chest only, keeping the pelvis on the floor. Inhale to rise. Pinch those shoulder blades in. Exhale, pushing back into extended child pose. Forehead comes to the mat. Maybe swaying gently from side to side. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, tuck those toes under, push back into your down dog. Inhale, step one leg forward, bring the other to join. Surrender into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, coming back, cover those ears. Breathe in to rise up. Exhale. Inhale, fill. Exhale, forward fold. Chin tucks in, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through that back. Exhale, stepping back into our plank. Aligning with an inhale breath, activating that core. Exhale, chin, chest down. Inhale, pushing back into our up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up into the air, lengthen and extend, point the toes away. Exhale, flexing the knee to nose, and then bringing that knee to wrist. We're coming down into a pigeon, so we walk that right leg back, left leg at the front. Walk those fingertips in front. You may want to put a cushion under your glute just as additional support, or just work on keeping those hips as even as possible. So you don't want to let this hip drop down, pulling the other one off. Once we're here, we're going to exhale, come down into a surrendering pigeon. You can take the arms extended out, forehead down, or maybe have your chin resting on your hand. For those, this pigeon, if it is too much for our hips, we can come into eye of the needle, where we're on our back, and this left leg rests, left foot rests on that above the knee of that right, and you can pull in. This gives you a similar stretch on that outer thigh. So for you, if the pigeon's too much, come into that eye of the needle. Whichever one we're in, slow, steady breaths. Stay upright, halfway, or we can come to a full extended. 2 more deep breaths here. Now if we're in pigeon, inhale to bring yourself back up, hands out either side. Nice and wide, push back into down dog. Take that left leg up into the air, stretch it, drop it back down, and walk it out. If you're in eye of the needle, just bring both your feet down and take them. So bringing that left leg down and take them from side to side. And then when you come back, you can bring that right leg up. In down dog, whilst we're hopefully still walking it out, I'd like you to then bring your right leg up, lengthen and extend, flex the knee, bring it to the wrist, walking the other left back. From there, inhale to rise, exhale to lower. And then finding a position that works for you, or you could keep flowing, inhaling up, exhale down, leveling out those hips, breathing deeply into the body. Great for tight hips. Take a couple of deep breaths. Last 2 deep breaths here in either pigeon or eye of the needle. And then if we're in the pigeon, coming up slowly, hands nice and wide, little fingers to the edges of the mat. Tuck that toe under of that left and reach up with that right. 3-legged down dog. Try and level out those hips. Then bring those feet down, walk it out. If we're in eye of the needle, release that leg, bring the soles of the feet to the mat, and just gently take them from side to side. And then if we're in down dog, we're going to drop those knees, sit back into an extended child pose. If we're in eye of the needle, we're going to bring those legs into the thighs for a hug and just rock from side to side. And then from there, come up and join everyone else into extended child pose. Just keep gently swaying, maybe from side to side. And then bringing those hands down either side. Holding on to the soles of the feet if you like. Or just having those palms facing up. Then bring stillness into the pose. Inhale. Bringing that breath right to the base of the spine. So as we inhale, breathe into the chest, lung space, down the core, and pushing right to the base of our spine, filling up our back as well as our front. Then as you exhale, I just want you to allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into the pose, letting go. Remember, if you need any props or anything, you can stack hands to help bring that forehead down, or a pillow. 3 more deep breaths here. And then very slowly, using our core, try and keep these shoulders still, static. Pull the abdominal wall back. Just allow the shoulders to come away from each other. Keep the chin tucked in. Coming up slowly. And then just rolling those shoulders back. From there, we're going to come up onto all fours. We're going to go into camel now. Strong back extension. So first of all, we're just going to support the base of our spine, squeezing the buttocks. We can place the hands on the sternum or on the glutes, wherever fingers could go, the thumbs, could go on the sternum. So just find a position that helps you feel more stable and encourages these hips to stay forward rather than come back. So we're squeezing the glutes, lifting the chest. If you need additional padding under your knees, place some extra padding. Heart space lifted. And then from there, if we're comfortable, right arm first, we're just going to inhale, bring it up, coming behind, maybe just skimming the heel of our foot. Coming back up, inhale, exhale, skimming the foot. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. From there, come back to the center, squeezing the glutes. If you need a little rest here in neutral, you can, maybe swaying the hips from side to side. Then we'll come back to squeezing the buttocks, drawing those inner thighs in, lifting through the chest, the sternum. And now it's our left arm. We're going to inhale, bring up, take it round, maybe just touch the heel of our foot. Inhale, we bring it up. Exhale, we bring it back. 2 more. We can follow it round. And then from there, once again, just coming back, if you want a little rest, just sway side to side. And then inhale, lengthen, lift that chest. And now maybe we could go for that right heel, still supporting. If it feels okay to, we could go for that left. Now don't let these hips pull back, we've got to squeeze the glutes, lift the chest. And then if that feels all right, we can work on lengthening through the neck. Remember, we're okay here too, if we just want to stay supported and not come back so far. 3 deep breaths. A lot of strength in camel. We're really working the glutes, opening that chest. So wherever we are, maybe one hand's there, breathe. Pinch those shoulder blades in. Last big deep breath. Exhaling, strengthen. And then inhale to bring yourself back. From there, come back slowly onto all fours. And then just sink back slowly into child pose. As we come down, bring one hand over the other or fist. Feels better. And just slowly bring the head down. Deep breaths now. As we inhale, we're really looking to expand the rib cage, middle of the back, lower back. And as we exhale, we're just sinking deeper into the head. If we want to maybe just gently rock from side to side, we can now. Just when we're ready, very slowly, we can lift the head, bring those hands out, and bring ourselves back up onto all fours, taking those knees hip width apart, wrists under those shoulders. As we exhale, we're going to push back into Vittalanasana, the cat pose, driving the spine up towards the ceiling, chin tucks in, looking towards our belly. Inhale into Majrasana, the cow. Drop the belly down. Abdominal wall, dropping. Shoulder blades pinching, chest rises. Exhale, starting the base of the spine. Pull that abdominal wall back. Rounding that spine up and up. Think of that C shape, starting in the pelvis, finishing nape of the neck. Inhale. Dropping that belly down, lifting the chest, and just let this flow with your breath. Two more. And then on your next exhale, we're going to push back all the way. Buttocks coming back. Bring the big toes together, take those knees apart, take those elbows nice and wide. And just sink into a wide knee child pose. Just gently moving from side to side. from there, we're going to inhale, bring ourselves up, and taking our legs, bottom down first, and then our legs out wide for dragonfly. Flexing the feet, so pushing the heels away, curling those toes in towards you. We're just going to inhale, walk those hands out, keep the spine lengthened. Feel that stretch in the inner thighs. You can spread your toes a little here. And then just exhale, pull yourself back. Lift up from that tailbone. You may want a cushion or something under your pelvis just to help bring you forward. And then this time we're going to come forward. Even if it's not very far, don't be frustrated. We're stretching out the inner thighs. It's chi, blood flowing here. Coming as far forward as we can with a lengthened spine. And then we're going to exhale, just surrender, release, and fold down as far as feels not necessarily comfortable, but as far as we can manage today. Aiming to stretch inner thighs, lower back. For some of us it might be the middle back. Breathe, 3 deep breaths. From there we're going to inhale to rise up. We're going to bring these feet together. Just shuffle to make sure the feet are at the top of the mat. We're going to inhale, lengthen and lift again, stretching out the back of the hamstrings, maybe grabbing shins just above the knees, whether we can give ourselves a good stretch, lifting up out of that spine, driving the chest forward, flexing the feet, really feeling in the hamstrings, calves. And then we're going to exhale, flex the back. You can soften those knees, rounding, think of your cat position, pulling the abdominal wall back, shoulders nice and wide, and then from there we're going to come down as slowly as we can, trying not to let the legs lift off. Shoulders come out wider, core pulls back, slow. And then from there, stacking each vertebra down, keeping that chin slightly tucked. We're going to reach out and stretch. Point the toes away, fingers away. And then exhale, bringing those hands back, the legs back. Bring those thighs in for a little hug. Rock from side to side. Then from there, lifting those legs up, and we're doing a lying down dragonfly. We can either support those outer thighs, hands on the outer, or a little more intense, hands on those inner thighs. Breathe in, fill up, exhale. If you know it's enough with those hands supported on those outer thighs, stay there. If the hands are on those inner thighs, I want you to inhale, rise up for a sit-up, taking those arms through, lifting the chest. Exhale to bring yourself back. Breathe in to rise up. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5 more. Last one. Then hands to the outer thighs just to support as those legs come back, soften the knees, and then just kind of walk them out, circling, pedaling. And then bring that right thigh in for a hug, extend the left leg, push the heel away. Circle this right ankle one way, then the other. And then from there, dropping that leg down, bringing that left thigh into the chest, circling the ankle one way, then the other. Then bringing both thighs in, close as you can. Try and compress that lower back down too. Inhale, bring that nose to knee. Exhale to come back down. Placing the hands over the knees, small circles. One way, then the other. Bringing the hands down, bringing the feet up. Check out those toes. Exhale, pull the core back. Taking those feet behind, chin tucks in. Inhale to rock. Exhale to come back. Inhale to rock. Keep that chin tucked in slightly. If you find it a little too hard to come up, just focus on taking those feet behind, lifting that core, pulling that core back to lift the tailbone. Otherwise we can rock forward too. A couple more times. And then this time, bringing ourselves up. From there, we're going to bring ourselves back onto all fours. Taking shoulders over those wrists, hips over those knees, and just take those hips side to side. And then just a few circles. One way, then the other. Then from there, tucking the toes under, hands nice and wide. Exhale, push back into our down dog. 5 deep breaths here. Keep lifting that tailbone up. Keep encouraging the armpits to roll in towards each other. The chest to drop down. Breathe into the body. Exhale. Keep an even weight in the hands. Soften the knees a little bit. Flex those knees to allow that tailbone to come up a little higher and the chest, crown of the head to drop a little lower. Breathe in, fill up. As you exhale, really activate the front of that pelvic floor, pulling it up. 2 more deep breaths here. And then softening those knees, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. When those hands get to our feet, we're just going to hang like a rag doll. Maybe swaying from side to side. And then if we can, we're going to place our hands under our feet, anchoring them down into the mat. If that feels a little too much, you may prefer to hold on to those elbows, either in front or behind. 3 deep breaths here. We're going to come up like zombies, keeping the spine flexed so the abdominal walls pulling us back, shoulders out to one. Chin stays tucked in, slow as we can to come back up. When we get to the top, just rolling those shoulders back. One way. Bringing those big toes together. We're going to inhale, rise up. Exhale, bringing the hands back to the heart space. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, rise up. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me.